All right. Okay. All right. Testing. Hopefully some of y'all come in. All right. We are live. Okay. Testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing. I'm gonna wait for some people to come in. All right. So, all right. Okay, we got someone coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If anyone does come in, make sure you hit that like button and share this. All right, we got 3 people coming in. Make sure y'all hit that like button and share this video. Ashton Lewis, what's up? Nice to hear from you. It's been a while. I thought I had you as a moderator. All right, what's up? Doing good. All right. Hopefully we can get more people. It's been a while since I've done a live stream. Make sure you like that. Hit the like button. Make sure you share the video. That helps with subscribers. Life has been doing good, Ashton Lewis. Life has been doing good. I want to do something real quick. Yeah, I'm trying to share this. All right, today's topic is the racism going on in America. So yeah, that's a big topic we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the racism that's been going on in America. Trying to see if we can get more people in first. All right. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Can't wait for it. Yeah. Hope you don't have to wait too long. All right. So, yep. We're going to talk about the George Floyd incident. We're also going to talk about what happened at that park. Yeah, racism is getting worse. I'm also going to talk about people actually fighting back. Yes, we're going to also be talking about that. Because people are getting sick and tired of this racism that's going on in this country. Now some people are actually starting to fight back in some way. So yeah, shout out to those who are fighting against this racism, because we're going to have to start fighting back as much as possible. Yeah, it's never left. It's never left. Some people want to say it has, but nah, that's not the case. Racism never left. And in fact, it's even worse than the 60s and all that. Yeah, it's a lot worse, to tell you the truth. Too many people want to ignore it. We can't ignore it now. All right. Well, let's at least get started. So, I'm going to talk about, let's see, now I'm about to share my screen. So, yeah, we had a lot of racist issues going on. We had the death of George Floyd, who was murdered by race soldiers, including one who just all of a sudden decides to put his knee on the neck of George Floyd, and George Floyd kept crying kept begging that he can't breathe. But did that cop, race soldier, care? No, he just kept his neck on and kept killing the dude. And even worse, the guy died. So now people are on the streets. Not only they're protesting, they're fighting against the cops. It's like people are saying enough is enough. A lot of people are saying that enough is enough because we've seen all this violence too many times. Too many times we've been seeing all this, and now enough is enough. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to share my screen so we can get started showing what's going on. All right. Now I'm trying to find. Well, first there was one story before I want to talk about first. So I'm about to share that story first, and that's talking about the one that's also being talked about, and that is the Kenneth Walker, Breonna Taylor story. So we're going to bring up that story first. So here you had Breonna Taylor and Keithan Walker. They were a couple that was living together until one day a group of race soldiers, a group of cops came over and attacked the couple. Keithan Walker actually defended himself by shooting at one of the intruders that turns out to be one of the cops. And he fought back because it was either him or the race soldiers. And of course, they arrested him. But the reason why is because they mad that someone actually fought back against them. And rightfully so. Keithan Walker had every right to protect his home, regardless of who were the intruders. Now, sadly, as much as he tried to defend his home, one cop still managed to kill Breonna Taylor. But they wanted to arrest Keithan Walker, even though they were the intruders. Luckily, the judge, I think Ole Stevens, dropped the charges and also allowed Keithan Walker to walk free. And he should be walking free because he committed no crime. He was protecting his home. The real criminals were the race soldiers the race soldiers were the ones that intruded. They were the ones who did the crime. But we know how America is. So I found out, or at least I've been watching through different videos talking about the Breonna Taylor, Keithan Walker situation. They found out that the cops lied to say that they were pushing a warrant, but it was for the wrong house. Plus, who they were looking for was already in custody. And that's when they discovered that one of the cops had a vendetta against Keithan Walker. That's right. One of the cops had a vendetta against Keithan Walker. So you mean to tell me that this was not about race or not about vendetta when they just exposed the fact that Keithan Walker has been targeted by these cops before. Keithan Walker has been targeted by these cops before. And then they want to say it's not about race and that it was a mistake, that you should forgive and stuff like that. And no more forgiveness. No more forgiveness. These guys, because Breonna Taylor is gone. I heard that they're charging the cops. This postman happened, I think it was either Georgia or Kentucky. Now, I think it was in Georgia, that's where they had the Ahmaud Arbery situation, where you had that those racists, the McMichaels, just hunt down Ahmaud Arbery while he was jogging, and then they wanted to make it look like it was a citizen's arrest, but it was not. It was just a blatant racist attack. And now everyone who was involved has now finally been charged. Excuse me. So, what do I want to talk about next? Oh, yeah, that's right. The protests that have been going on. Now, finally, we're seeing some people actually. Now, this is a protest about what happened with the George Floyd situation. So people are protesting after the death of George Floyd, but they're not singing and praying and doing spirituals, religious spirituals. No, they're finally fighting back and rioting and fighting back against these racist cops. I want to play this video real quick. Now, of course, the cops are trying to run away, run over people and stuff like that, because they're happy that George Floyd was killed by that fellow race soldiers.
We've had a number of fires set. We've had a bad amount of just widespread civil
disobedience. It's become a war zone. We're at war. That's what's up.
It's sad. If people are there, truly there.
Of course, you got this race soldier or this guy is going to condemn the protesters who's protesting and fighting for justice against George Floyd. But let me tell you something. Where was this kind of energy? Where was the media when those guys, those white supremacists, were at Michigan State Capitol with guns? Where did you see the riot? I heard that they bringing out the National Guard and stuff like that. But where was the National Guard when you had those white supremacists, with all the guns and stuff like that? Where was the National Guard? They weren't calling for the National Guard when those white supremacists were carrying armed guns at the Michigan State Capitol. But now, because black people are said enough is enough and they're not marching, they're not praying, they're not forgiving, they're now fighting back. They're right, though they're calling it riots, but it's actually out of frustration. They're actually fighting for justice for George Floyd all of a sudden, and they don't even have guns. All of a sudden, you want to get the National Guard involved and stuff like that. That shows you the double standards of this country. That shows you the double standards. So now I have to show you why they're really doing these protests and stuff like that. All right, now. Oh, well, this is another incident, though. This is not what the protest, but this happened in Louisiana. The thing I'm talking about with George Floyd happened in uh, um, Minnesota. But all right here. So this is George Floyd right here, and that's one of the race soldiers that attacked them. I'm trying to find some footage. All right here. This is George Floyd right here. And this is what the race soldiers did. And I'm going to try to bring a close up. Yeah, so this is what happened. So you had those race soldiers had the knee on the neck of George Floyd, and he kept complaining that he couldn't breathe because he couldn't breathe, but they wouldn't get off of him. And he was handcuffed, unarmed, and not a threat, but still they killed him anyway. They still killed him anyway. And this is why the protests are happening, how they're happening and stuff. Now, I'm going to go back to that thing I showed. See, racism, these race soldiers are attacking black people left and right. Now, I'm going back to this video. This happened in St. Louis, where you had a race soldier nearly drown a woman. So I'm going to play this video. It's a black woman, and they almost just been dragging her, and they almost drowned her. Because she's black. That's why. And no one is fighting back. No one is going after this guy. No one's going after. We're going to have to really start protecting our sisters, because no one was trying to help stop the cop from getting out of control. We're going to have to stop just standing there and not do nothing. That's another problem. Hey, Ryan Clark, what's up? 89 TV, what's up? Now, I just showed a video recently, a previous video of what people are hopefully starting to do. So I'm going to try to find that video again. All right, so let's see. Now, this is what I liked. So you had DC, in Washington, D.C. I'm actually south of DC. I live south of DC. So basically, you had a video in Washington, D.C. of some race soldiers trying to attack an innocent black man. But did the citizens just stand there and watch? No, they didn't. I'm going to show you what they did. They fought back. So now I'm going to show you the video. Hold on, I want to see to make sure y'all watching the screen. Yeah, they were scared in Louisiana, but they're not scared in DC. So I'm going to go back. I was just checking to make sure y'all can see. So I'm going to play this video and go back and start all over. So here's what the people in DC, this is how they responded when a bunch of race soldiers were about to attack an innocent black man. So these citizens fought back. So they weren't just standing there. They were actually doing something. They were actually fighting back. I remember Tariq said in a couple of his videos, he said the cost of freedom is death, but we gotta fight anyway. Otherwise, we will be dead. Oh yes, Ryan Clark. Shout out Ryan Clark. Yeah. So those guys said enough is enough. Those guys said we're not gonna. Those they weren't gonna cower away. All right. So let's see. I'm trying to find the next videos I wanted to show. So let's see here. All right, I want to show this real quick.
This morning. Let's give you a couple words for 3 days. There were looters that were going.
Of course, the mainstream is going to attack the protesters. See, this is how the mainstream media, they want to attack those the protesters and stuff.
Yeah, well, demonstrators. The afternoon, nearly everybody had seen the video. I was mortified. I couldn't sleep.
All right, I'm trying to find it. I forgot. All right, so you had some more protesters fighting back, and then of course you had the cowardly race soldiers try to attack with flash grenades and stuff. Here's the video. Course, but expect this. Y'all gotta expect this. Those who are out there in the street fighting back, do expect this. Yeah, I think so too. I hope they burn down the house of the McMichaels for what happened to Ahmaud Arbery. If we don't get justice for Ahmaud Arbery or any of them, I don't want to promote it because you know how the FBI is be looking at these videos and stuff like that. But something needs to happen if we do not get justice for Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, Keithan Walker, or George Floyd. I'm not going to say it because I know they're going to be monitoring and stuff like that. So I'm not advocating for violence, but let's just say they're going to have to give us justice or else. Hey, Lowland Prophets, what's up? It's been a while. Ryan Clark, by the way, Ryan Clark, you just earned a mod. I thought some of you I've modded before. What's up? I thought I modded some of you guys. So if I haven't, then y'all mods, because I think some of you were supposed to have been mods. I mean, it's been a while since I've done a live stream. So, and it's not just the race soldiers that's attacking us. You have just random white racists. Oh, but first I want this. All of a sudden, now they want to bring the National Guard in. Look at this. Look what happened. You had these armed militias people. They were able to get into the state capitol. Where was the National Guard? But what happened in Minnesota? Now all of a sudden they want the National Guard. They weren't calling for the National Guard when these guys were protesting with armed guns. Which, by the way, a lot of us are going to have to start protecting our using our Second Amendment. It's getting to the point where we're going to have to start doing this. Now, this was at Ahmaud Arbery. So, luckily, shout out to these guys. These were armed black men who were actually fighting for true justice, doing a protest at the house of the murderers of Ahmaud Arbery. And the cops didn't even bother wanting to mess with these black men. You see, these race soldiers, they're known to go after soft targets, not these guys. And it's not just white racists we have to deal with. We have to deal with racists from other groups who hate black people as well. I also want to get a shout out to these Black Panthers. Now, you've been hearing about the attacks that was happening in Africa and China. You had race, and then even here in America, where you have racist Asians attack black people at hair salons, nail shops, or in the continent of Africa. So you have these Black Panthers. Shout out to these Black Panthers. They were protesting the Chinese government because Africans were being mistreated in China. Over this COVID-19 thing, saying black people were the most likely to get the virus when that's just a lie. So shout out to these Black Panthers for actually protesting against the racist Asians as well. So we got also race soldiers and white people. Hey, LB, what's up? What's up? If y'all missed anything in this live stream, you'll be available. It'll be available to watch and replay. So I just want you to bring that up. But yeah, finally, this is the kind of action we need. And these are the groups we need to follow behind, not the NCP or NAN and stuff. We don't need to follow behind those groups. Those are the groups that go around saying that we should use picket signs, that we should pray and hug and forgiveness and stuff like that. We're done with that praying stuff. Yeah, we need to follow the examples of the black activists, armed activists, and we need to follow the example of these Black Panthers right here. All right, so I want to talk about this. Like I said earlier, it's not just the police. It's just random white racist citizens that we also have to worry about. You had the incident where you had this racist, whatever you call her, that's what we're calling them, the Karen by the name of Amy Cooper, who was having her dog all over the place and was disturbing a black man named Christian Cooper, no relations, or by marriage, not by marriage, no relation whatsoever. They just happen to have the same last name, surprisingly. The dog was not on the leash, and the black man got disturbed by the dog, so he asked for the lady to put on the leash because he was disturbed because he was bird watching. You know what this Becky, this Karen did? Just call the police. Just typical Becky, the typical Karen, just call the police. And she got a lot of flack, a lot of outrage, to the point where she lost her job, rightfully so, and she gave up her dog. Now she has nothing, and rightfully so. And the only disappointing thing about it is that you had the guy saying that we should not tear her apart. Yes, we should. That's another way of saying that you want to forgive her. Well, we ain't going to forgive her. Hey, Belize Bang, what's up? Hey, AJ RJ Connects, what's up? So that Christian Cooper, the one thing I did not like about him was that he wanted to go around saying that we should not tear Amanda Cooper apart. She tried to kill you. She tried to nearly have you killed, Mr. Christian Cooper, and you want us to go around forgiving her? No, because here's what she wanted to do. She wanted to get the cops on you and have them kill you. So we have every right to ruin her life because she tried to end yours, Mr. Christian Cooper. Yes, I heard about that, Ryan Clark. I heard Ryan Clark straight facts. Why are you buck dancing for the woman that was nearly had you almost killed? Oh, LB, by the way, I want to make you a moderator. All right, you're a moderator now, LB. Yeah, Kristen Cooper. And then you had, this is just, I also found out that George Floyd had a white girlfriend that wanted to say that we should forgive the cops. And then you had a basketball, someone saying that we should pray for the enemy, for the cops' family and stuff. I'm like, no forgiveness. That shows you right there that woman did not care for George Floyd. Why was George Floyd with that woman? Should not have been with that woman. Now, the parents of George Floyd want the officers charged, just like the family, including the mother of Ahmaud Arbery. I'm about to click off this screen real quick. The mother of Ahmaud Arbery, she wants the death penalty. All right, the mother wants the death penalty. Yes, you're right, Belize Bang. We need to stop forgiving. Black people in general need to stop forgiving the race soldiers, regardless of the black nationality. Black people in general need to stop forgiving these race soldiers. No, she hasn't, Belize Bang. No, she hasn't. She hasn't calmed all of Black America. She just calmed Christian Cooper down. No, it doesn't, but it is going to lead to some people not wanting to fight for George Floyd. But then at the same time, just because he was with her does not mean that what happened to him should happen. All right. He's still, yeah. Ahmaud Arbery's mother wants the death penalty. Ahmaud Arbery's mother wants the death penalty. That white girl, Floyd, wants us to forgive. That's the problem. Now, the parents of George Floyd, they want the officers charged. So, yeah, this is an example of why some of us got to stop that darn swirling. All right? Because sometimes the people who are of the other race, they're not going to care about what happens to black people. That's the example of why a lot of black people don't support, because of what that white girl, the girlfriend of George Floyd, said. That's the example of why a lot of people, black reporting swirling, because if the non is not going to fight for you against racism and against race soldiers that kill you, why be with them when you could be with your own? Good thing, Ryan. See, but you got some of these swirlers, whether it be black female swirlers or in this case, in George Floyd, black male swirlers. And I actually am harder on black male swirlers because I'm like, they just showed you that they do not care about our plight. And then you got the LGBT black swirlers. Here, I want to show you an example of what happened with hold on, I'm gonna try to find that what happened. All right, here it is. First, I'm gonna try to share my screen real quick. Let's share my screen again. All right. See, this is an example of why a lot of people don't really support the swirling. This time, this is an LGBT swirling. Notice that the LGBT community is not talking about it. So you had this white racist female by the name of Marvin Gonzalez Alexis. I don't know how to pronounce that name to really tell you. She killed the black woman on the right. The black woman is by the name of Rebecca Gonzalez Extexta. So basically, this was a married couple, a LGBT, lesbian, married, interracial couple. And just recently, this racist white female killed this black woman, this beautiful black woman. Why was this black woman messing around with this murderer right here is the real question. All right, that's good. But yeah, notice that Alphabet Academy is not talking about this story. But I bet you that the LGBT is going to ignore this. Well, they are already ignoring this, and I bet you that the LGBT is going to call me homophobic because I'm pointing this out. All right, I am not homophobic because I'm talking about a murder that happened in y'all community. Y'all supposed to be about loving everybody, love who you love and stuff like that. But then stuff like this comes out, and then all of a sudden then they're going to try to find what's happening with some black couple and stuff to try to deflect from the fact that this woman was murdered and happens to be part of the LGBT community, and the murderer is the woman on the left. I think it was a bludgeon. I believe that the murderer used a blunt object and hit her in the head and something. I'm going to go look at this article real quick. Go back to this article real quick. So let's see here. Yeah, the white female beat her with a wine chiller. Just beat on the black woman. So yeah, we got that. So this is another example of she didn't want no man and she was with a damn white. Yeah. So yeah, this is to the LGBT, to the interracial and LGBT community who happen to come across this video. It's not always green on the other side. You can't always use that love is love situation to get out of the fact that racism is everywhere. Yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Corey, the black vegan? What's up? But yep, this is another example. All right. The point I'm trying to say is now it's time to start fighting back. I want to show you something. I'm going to try to see if I can find it. This is what we need to start doing more of. Not only do we need to punish the race soldiers, the racists, we need to punish anyone in our community that's fighting against us as well and helping white supremacy. So you had some cops attack But these guys, once again, they're fighting back. I don't know where this is, but this is what we need to start doing. So once again, race soldiers are bothering people, but these people are starting to fight back. All right, so I'm trying to find some.
Oh shit!
One second. So this is what we need to start doing. See, whenever a race soldier think they can mess with us, this was what we need to start doing to these white supremacists, these racists. So this is a white racist finally getting his just desserts, getting what he deserved because he wanted to mess with this black guy, and the black guy started fighting back. All right, I'm going to my profile real quick. So look what's happening in Minnesota. This is people saying enough is enough. No more praying. Now you're going to be see. I'm actually want to see a lot more of this. So it's time for us to start fighting back. Since these race soldiers want to start harming us, we want to destroy our properties. Now we can start harming them. Now, of course, the mainstream media wants to pictures us bad, but then look what also the race soldiers are doing. They're actually creating some riots and then try to pin it on black people. But luckily, these citizens caught what this white racist cop was doing. So they're trying to set up so that the media can make us look bad. But some people caught them red-handed. So I'm going to play this video real quick. So he wanted to start something and then have it pinned on the protesters, and he got caught. Hey, are you a fucking cop? So you have cops setting up some of these riots and have it pinned on you had some of these riots. Sorry about that, folks. You had some of these riots, and they're trying to pin some of these riots on the protesters, but they're started with but they were actually started by cops. Also, look at this. You see how these white people are being aggressive by the cops, but notice they're not using tear gas. Notice they're not using guns or pepper spray, but these white people can be all ignorant towards the cops all they want. Why? Because they're white. That's what white privilege is. So this is an example of what's going on in America. The race soldiers will not attack the white people for being ignorant towards them, but when black people are fighting for justice, they will attack you by any means necessary. While we doing it, and look what this country has done. Look what this country has done, ladies and gentlemen. All these people, these Sandra Brand, Jordan Davis, Ahmaud Arbery, Michael Brown, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, all these individuals, Philando Castile, Botham John, all because of racists, race soldiers, Eric Garner, Philip Pennell, George Fellerin. All these people got killed by either racist cops or just random racists. And it wasn't just white folks, but you also had people of color, the so-called people of color, but are not black. Hey, Intelligence Cycle, what's up? Hold on, I need to mod you real quick. when I see what some of y'all are saying. Intelligence cycle, I just modded you. I used to protest along the walk among the real activists. Yeah. Yeah, I know, Ryan Clark, I know. Yeah, but now we're getting to the point where we're now starting to fight back. We're getting to the point now that singing, praying, playtime is over. Some of us in our community want to play around or pretend nothing is going on. Well, guess what? Playtime is over. Now it's time to fight. But that's all I have to say for now. So, oh, one more thing. Hold on. Do y'all remember a scene when Charlemagne was on? I know you had the interview where Charlemagne was interview not Joe Biden, but the MSNBC lady Alex Witt. See, Charlemagne, I might have some issues with Charlemagne, but one thing he was right was that we have to be allowed to use our Second Amendment rights. And then you had the lady Alex Witt. I'm going to show you because I wanted to bring that story up. She was stunned and stuff like that. So I wanted to show y'all that real quick before I get off of this video, because I want to show you the hypocrisy of some of these people. Yeah, charlatan the fraud. Yeah, like I said before, I had my issues with Charlemagne the fraud, but he was right on one thing: is that eventually it's going to get to a point where we're going to really have to start practicing our self-defense, and most importantly, firearms, being able to fight with our fists and stuff like that. See, the mainstream media, the race soldiers, they don't want black people to practice self-defense and the Second Amendment right. This lady right here, like what named Alex Witt, she doesn't believe in black people having guns. She wants to say that, but what about black on black crime? All that BS and stuff like that. That BS and stuff like that. I'm like, see, they don't do that. They don't do that when white people are practicing their Second Amendment rights. But the minute you hear a black person say that we got to practice Second Amendment rights or practicing how to fight back and stuff like that, that's when these racists get nervous. Racism has done a lot of harm, a lot of damage. You had here that all that social distancing and stuff like that. You had that in New York, the police are attacking black people for not social distancing, but when they go to the white areas, they will have them pass out masks, and they won't do anything against the white folks that are not practicing their social distance. They only do these enforcements on black people. Now they're even trying to create laws when they're trying to force you and force their way into your homes and try to take you away if they think you have COVID-19. There's this thing called HR 666. I wanted to bring this up too, where they just do door-to-door testing and stuff like that, or they'll just find a way to get you sick and take you away from your family. But we know that that they're going to mainly target black people, because that's why the mainstream media wanted to put all in the news that black people are the most to be hit with the COVID-19 when there's not true and stuff, because it wouldn't be they wouldn't be all these precautions if black people were the most likely to die from this, because they wouldn't be putting cautions like the stuff like that if it wasn't a lot of because they'll probably just let us keep going and keep getting killed off and stuff like that. But they want to do this. I mean, we know they're going to force this on us, so that's why they had to have a black face to present it. This sellout right here by the name of Bobby Rush, who's part of that congressional whack con artist. So they're going to get a black face like this to try to sell it, and then whenever something goes wrong, it's going to be like, but it was him who said. Yes, LB. They're creating something to try to separate us and try to attack us like this. Hey, Daniela, Phil, what's up? Hey, whatever y'all miss, they haven't passed it yet, but they're trying to. They haven't passed it yet. They haven't got the votes yet, but they're trying to. So we gotta be aware of this stuff. We gotta pay attention to all these dirty tricks they're gonna try to do to destroy us. So we gotta be prepared. All these dirty tricks they're doing to try to destroy us. And it's not just racists we have to watch for. We have to watch for some of these other communities that are causing trouble. Well, they'll try to use hold on. I'm gonna see if I can try to find it. All right. I want to show you another incident that happened just recently. This is another example of racism that's been going on. So I'm about to share off. All right, so here's another case of racism. Oops. So this black FedEx driver, like I said, the bill has not been passed yet, Belize Bang, but they're trying to get it passed. So anyway, so you get this FedEx driver who got sick and tired of this race soldier, so the black guy puts the guy in check. But here's the thing. FedEx tried to fire him for defending himself. But luckily people called out the racism of FedEx, and they were willing to even help the guy by doing this. So there was this fundraiser, GoFundMe, where we was trying to help this FedEx worker get some money because he lost his job. Well, he did at first lost his job, and plus there was a lot of outrage and stuff like that. Now the good news is he got his job back. So there was some good news at the end of the story, was that he got his job back, because he should not have lost it in the first place, because he was the victim of racism, but the job didn't help him out. Instead, they just had him fired for no reason. And so like that, see, this shows you right there that some of these businesses are on code with the white supremacists and stuff like that. So, yeah. But, yeah, we got to watch out and we got to prepare for what's going on. Yeah, they haven't signed that bill yet, but we need to prepare. They'll try to sign it, and we're gonna have to start voting out some of those sellout politicians that are trying to sell our people out. Belize, who try to pass bills like that HR 6666 sounds like it was created by the devil and stuff like that. But anyway, I think that's all I have to say for now about this live stream. If y'all missed anything, you can watch the whole live stream again because it'll be replayed, it'll be on and stuff like that. But yes, racism is real. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Racism is real, and it's time we start fighting back. I hope the stuff I showed you in this live stream was just the examples of why we need to fight back against racism. But I'm going to click off right now this stream. Maybe the next stream I might ask people to come in and share, join me in conversation, but that'll probably be in a future live stream. Because, excuse me, I'm about to do some other stuff right now. But thank you for everyone that came. But that's all I have to say for now. I'm about to end this broadcast. But thank y'all for coming in. Thank y'all for watching. And I hope to catch y'all in another video and live stream. Make sure you subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit that notification bell. And that's all I have to say for now. This is J-Dog. Thank you for watching. And I hope to catch y'all in another stream or video. Peace, everyone.